Welcome everybody to be on the barricade. I am your host, Papa Dank. Hope everybody's doing fine this fine Friday evening. Without further ado, let me bring to you my very special returning guest, the one and only RAENA Black. How's it going?
How's it going? Long time no see.
Yeah, it's been a while. Now you're coming back because of dun, 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 Italian Heritage Month.
There's
Hey!
me. I'm on the bottom.
From the great Brian F. Pro. You are one, two,
Yes.
three, four bottom, third in.
Yes.
That is awesome. So
Do my
what
signature.
now before we go into something else on this poster, what does this mean to you being included in this?
Oh, it's exciting. I've never been a part of a list. A lot of people have always pointed out like I sound very Italian when I'm talking and just being me because that's me. Even with the hands when talking, like people are just like ducking when I'm.
Uh-huh. So they kind of knew, but they didn't know.
Yeah, pretty much.
Awesome. Now, also on this poster is me, but I don't know why I'm in here because I'm not Italian.
Oh.
All the way top, bottom, first, left.
Hey, it might be because like the New York accent, a lot of people think like Staten Italians, mob
Maybe.
what.
I don't know. I mean, I was in Hispanic heritage, so. Hey,
Hey,
man,
it's a work by
I'm,
request too. Like I
yeah.
was nominated.
You were nominated to be here by someone else?
Yeah, by the list because I didn't know about it to begin with, and then someone was like, "Oh, I put you in like the running for the Italian list," and I was like, "Oh, thank you." I didn't.
Okay, awesome, awesome. All right, tell me what you got coming up.
This weekend coming up, I'll be at Pennsylvania Primetime Championship in York, PA. I'll be defending my women's title against Rebecca Payne. It's supposed to be a regular match, like one pinfall, but I like being insane, doing stupid things. And I decided to ask the owner if we could have a last woman standing because she's tough, I'm tough, and if it's going to be for the
Oh,
title, it's got to be meaningful.
okay. All right. Is that your first last woman standing match?
Yes.
Oh, what are your thoughts going into it then?
I'll be the last woman standing.
I mean, as far as this type of match that you've never been in.
She's tough. I've had a death match with her.
Oh,
We've had regular street fights. I think this is a fun one where we can just both meet on common soils where we're not both like better at one thing because like death matches, that was her thing. And I stepped into her yard.
okay.
Regular matches with just brawling, she's stepping into mine. Which let me get again. I say Rebecca Payne's a tough bitch, so we got to make it worthwhile.
Extra. Okay, all right. And then after that, where are you going to be again?
I will be at Titan the following weekend. My
Yes.
husband Eric X Black will be in a 3-way. I'll be there to cause havoc and make sure he wins that match for the Funhouse title. He'll be in the running for that afterwards.
Okay, and the current champion is PJ Savage. Now,
Yes.
he is the flyer from Mount Olympus. I mean, it's going to be a huge event over there
Mm-hmm.
at Titan. It's going to be crazy. Also at Titan, since we're bringing it up, is 3 podcasters will be in attendance. Myself, as of now, I will be there in attendance. Respect the Craft by Ray Sanchez and Around the Ropes with John Blaine. And I think Peterson might be there too. John Peterson. I'm not sure.
Well, maybe before the match as well. Everybody's busy. I'll come harass you guys for a little bit since.
I don't know if we're gonna be all together, but I assume they'll be all in one corner or something.
Well, listen,
Like
I'll
a
just
like
go table to table.
like a press team or something, right?
Yes.
That would be cool for me to do. Never did something like that before. All right, tell me what's been going on recently with you. How you been? Like, what have you been doing and stuff like
Been
that?
great working, wrestling, training, being a
Okay.
mom.
Oh, it's tough being a parent, but in the wrestling, it's even tougher because you.
Oh yeah, listen, a 13-year-old daughter, it's like
It's like another world. I got a 15-year-old now, son. But he's not a handful. He just sits and plays his video games.
Yeah, she's not a video game person, and she's I hate to say one of those typical girls that's like drama here, drama there, drama then, like, and then they're best friends again. So it's like I don't want to hear it.
Oh no. What upcoming matches do you have that you're looking forward to besides the two events coming up?
I'm definitely looking forward to Rebecca Payne because again, I just like to cause problems and I like kicking her ass. I did have a tag match with Tony Cheney and his girl
Hmm.
versus me and mine. It was postponed, so that's got to hold off a little bit. But I will be looking forward to kicking their asses.
Okay.
I've contacted a lot more companies, so I'll be going here and there. Nothing settled yet.
Right. Okay, good stuff coming up in
I just
2024.
I just got a Kentucky license. I can't really say anything about that, but I got a Kentucky license.
Okay. All right. What promotions are you interested in working for that you haven't worked for yet, even if
All
you
of
haven't
them.
contacted them? Oh, all of them.
All of them everywhere.
Raina wants to be at every promotion she can be.
Exact. All over the world. It doesn't even matter if it's United States, like anywhere and everywhere. Because I'd love to just have that experience of wrestling everyone. When you're
Okay.
stuck like in the tri-state area, you tend to wrestle the same girls,
Right.
guys,
Hmm.
and as much as I love the girls and guys in this area, I'd love to wrestle elsewhere.
You want some new challenges.
Exactly.
Okay. All right. Anybody in particular come to mind outside of the tri-state area you would like to get in the ring with?
Sue Young,
Yeah.
Hollywood LEJ is another one.
Hollywood. Hollywood.
Oh,
Right.
I love her. Like, and I'd love to like stomp on her too, just because.
Now, did you watch Wrestlers?
I haven't yet.
It's really good.
I'm still mourning heels right now, so I
I
don't think I can get
know.
into another wrestling thing.
That was like sudden because everything was looking so good.
Listen, I'm hesitant on the show because the wrestler in me is like, I hate it. I hate that they're just like killing the business even more. But then the fan in me is like, I love this.
It was a really good show.
It
Really good
was. And
show.
then that finish, you're like, oh my God, what's gonna happen season 3? Oh, you won't know. It's canceled. I'm like, that's the
Right.
biggest heel move there.
That is that is a heel move right
I
there.
blame CM Punk.
Everybody's blaming CM Punk for everything. He just said
Exactly. That's why I blame him for it.
he just said every wrestler is selfish because they don't want a union. I'm like, what? Isn't he in enough trouble? Should he just be quiet for a little
He
bit?
should listen.
Stay out of the limelight for a little bit. Enjoy your life. We got a question for you from Serena. What's your favorite Italian dish?
Oof. I'm a big lasagna fan. I hate making it because it takes from early in the morning to start.
Uh-huh.
And another another
Love it.
big pet peeve like the family has is when I cook, I can feed the whole neighborhood everything. Like
Nice.
I'm
Yeah.
constantly calling neighbors like, "You want some pasta? You want some tomato sauce? I just made a pot of tomato sauce. You need some sauce?" Like,
So you're going around feeding the neighborhood.
oh yeah, like the hubby asked for baked ziti one time, and I somehow ended up with 2 containers of baked ziti. I
Wow.
fed like probably about 4 families.
Wow. That's a lot of ziti.
It
Now
is.
I like big ziti as well, but I like it with meatballs.
I don't do meatball, but I'll do like the ground meat, ricotta, all different kinds of cheese. I'm pretty much just like Ursula throwing different cheeses in there.
Sounds actually pretty good, actually. So tell me, what does it mean for you to be an Italian American in the wrestling business?
Um it's a lot like a family. You have your people that you bump heads with, but at the end of the day, we all sit at the one table and break bread with each other. Another joke I make because a lot of people assume because you're a Dago, you're automatically a mafia. Like you have some kind of weird ties to some kind of mafia. And it's
Uh-huh.
like wrestling's kind of like a mafia. You have your family, you have the kingpins, which are the promoters and the bookers, and
Uh-huh.
we're just like the soldiers of it.
Now, someone just made a comment about there's a lot of controversy right now with all female wrestling promotions, right?
Hmm.
I'm sure you heard. What is your thoughts on only females should run female promotions? Do you agree or disagree with it?
I mean, it goes either way. It's nice to have like a all female run thing because you don't normally see it.
Right.
That also being said, girls can bump heads fairly easy over anything, and I'm sure a lot of women are probably like, "Oh, I can't believe she said that," but that's what I mean about the bumping of heads.
Okay. I was curious to get your thoughts on it. I mean,
I've
was
worked a show that was all women talent.
okay.
It was pretty surprising because like my husband couldn't manage me because like that's what we do. We're a group together.
Right.
So that was odd, but it was cool to have him on the sideline cheering me on as a fan. That was like, oh wow.
Yeah. Okay. Awesome.
Yeah, like I'm neutral with it. I don't have any
Now,
issues one way or the other.
some of the stuff that was coming out of what was going on was the sponsorship money, that it wasn't fully going to you guys. Like, I don't understand why it wouldn't go to you guys. Like, what were they like? What kind of
Yeah,
like, you
that
know what I'm
I didn't
saying?
hear anything about that. But
Yeah,
any
I heard
show,
something about the sponsorships.
um it's a known thing. Girls don't get paid well with things. That's why we've had the burning of the bras and stuff. I've never had an issue with pay personally, but I know I've heard a few situations of girls like, we have your money. No, we don't have your money. We'll send it to you. They never send it to them. Like you can easily go on Facebook and see that a lot.
Uh-huh.
And I don't know if that's necessarily because of sponsorships, lighthouses.
Mm,
My
that's
suggestion is get paid before you wrestle.
I get paid before the show. That's
Pretty
right.
much.
That's good advice to give, actually.
Get paid before you put on the show because you don't want to do work for free. You don't want to
Yeah.
get hurt and then it's like, oh, we don't have it. Sorry.
Yeah. Has that ever
Medical
happened to you?
bills don't pay themselves.
Has that happened to you in a situation in the past where they said, "Sorry, we don't have anything to give you"?
No, I've worked a few charity shows, like knowing it, going
Okay.
in. I've had a few people say like, "Listen, I can't give it to you all now," and then I was on them like white on rice in a snowstorm. Like, all right, listen, you said it's your payday.
Yeah, I get that. What about, since you brought up lighthouses in shows? Why do you think it's not getting as packed as it used to be at? If you had to guess, could it be the economy itself?
Economy, weekends now. A lot of people have kids. Kids don't want to go to wrestling shows. Like, and if they do, the parents don't want to sit through it. Like, you have your diehard wrestling fans
Right.
that will come to shows. And that's cool. But like to be a successful business, and this is just anywhere, like not even wrestling, in a business standpoint, like it's great to
Hmm.
have your regulars, but your regulars will only keep you afloat. You got to constantly be able to bring new people in, like attract new people into the business, into whatever you're trying to put like out.
Right.
You got to cater to like women don't really want to see us women wrestle. They want to see men want to see us the women. The kids just want to see people beat the hell out of each other.
That's right. That's true.
But there's like certain things like you got to see what the people want. It's all about making sure your customer's happy, the consumer. And like I said, regulars are great because they'll always be there regardless.
Okay.
But what about like most wrestlers fans, there's a typecast, like not a demographic of them. Why don't you bring the younger guys in with something, like get the hip guys, like the young 20s and 30s coming in and watching it, because yeah, they watch it on live TV, but you need
Mhm.
to do something to bring it into the indies, because I guarantee you the shit that you think's cool on TV, you're gonna see at an indie show and pay a lot less, if
And get it
not see people do more.
right. And get a lot better fan experience as well.
Exactly. And then you get that one-on-one because we're very social people.
Yeah. No, definitely.
Like, at least in an indie show, you can come up and be like, oh, that was great. Like, and have a conversation. You
Yeah, you
go to
can't.
WWE, Impact, AEW, that socialization isn't
Yeah,
there.
that's gone. Right.
You're just an ass in a seat.
That's true. 100% true.
Yeah, like,
AEW. God.
go ahead. What were you saying?
No, I was just about to say AEW is bringing their first pay-per-view out here to Long Island in the end of December.
I'm surprised
I'm
AEW because, like,
I'm
I've seen
surprised too.
a lot of pictures lately of AEW and the seats are just empty.
I know.
And
I
like,
saw
I
that
don't
too.
know how that's become a new thing for people to like show the seats being empty.
It's the whole WWE versus AEW thing that's going on
Like,
versus each
I
other.
don't care about seats. It's not it's not doing anything for me at the end of the day. But like, I see a lot of pictures, and when you see people like Sting and Ric Flair cutting promos, and these people were in sold out crowds before, and they're in a show now where it's like maybe 100 people.
Right.
It's just like, oof, they deserve more respect than that.
Yeah, absolutely. Agree. But it doesn't matter if you perform in 100, 1,000.
No,
You know what I'm
it's
saying?
wrestlers. We see it as a different way, but like people that have been around that long, it's that respect thing. Like, they deserve a lot better.
Gotcha. All right. I agree. I agree. They do. They do. I mean, what do we got? Another year with Sting?
Yeah.
And I guess Ric Flair's gonna join him for the year.
Ric Flair wrestling scares me.
You're scared that something's gonna happen to him in the ring.
Honestly, I think he, like, and this is probably gonna get me some heat. I think he's trying to die in the ring because, like, he could barely make it down that ramp, and he wants to wrestle, and I'm just like, oh.
I think he did say he wants to die in the ring at one point. I believe he did say that.
Listen, that's how you like secure being known forever.
Hey man, who are we to judge how he wants to go out, right? How he wants to go out.
Shoulder tackle, heart attack, drop.
Yo, poor Ric Flair, man. He's definitely holding on, man. He's definitely
He
holding on.
is. Listen, I hope I can still do it at his age.
I can't even do it at my age. I don't know how he does it at his age. I can't. I'm like, whoa. What you guys do, man, is very, very tough on your bodies.
Yeah, like, no, being at his age, though, I know I'm gonna end up being like a Nona, having all these grandkids running around me, asking me for stuff. Like, did you really wrestle at one point? Like, let me tell you guys.
Now, any states pop to mind that you want to go be at?
I want to wrestle California.
California.
I'd
Okay.
love to do like what is that one over there? Hood Jam.
Mhm.
But there, I mean, like, I'm not well enough known for that. But I've hit up companies in Washington State.
Mhm.
We've gotten to some talks about this month. I'm getting married in August, and we're going to Florida on our honeymoon. So I've been talking to some companies down there because we can't just relax on our honeymoon. We got to wrestle too.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Any promotions in particular you're thinking of down in Florida? I don't know many promotions down.
I gotta get the names. They're on my regular account. There's been so many places I've just been contacting because, like, I'm not getting any younger, so I need to start going different places now.
Okay.
Like I said, I just got my Kentucky license. That was pretty cool.
That's cool. Well, I didn't even know. Like, I know some states you have to get licensed.
Yeah, that one is a licensed state. I have a Maryland license, even though I haven't wrestled in Maryland in a year.
Now educate me because I don't know. Licensing in states. You get a license in a state. It's just to wrestle. Is there anything in particular you have to do to get that license?
Physical. You got to give them like a medical report so they know you're not gonna like die mid match or anything like that. Well, that's mostly a physical just to see if you're there. Most of the states that do offer a lot, like that you have to license, it's for boxing. It's like any kind of physical sport that they do it for karate. Like the list I went down it was like karate, MMA, boxing, wrestling, and there was roller derby. That's what it was, roller derby.
Okay.
And I had to give them my physical because I have to like it. You have to show them that like your heart rate's fine, blood pressure's fine, all that fun stuff.
Serena says hint hint to all the Maryland companies.
I have a license.
Yeah, in New York, you have to have a doctor and an ambulance here. And
Yeah,
you
it's
get
the same down here. I've wrestled in New York a couple times. The company doesn't run anymore, but I was out in Brooklyn.
what was the company name?
Uh, NLW, NGW. It was something weird. It was years ago. Like not your common leathers in a wrestling.
Gotcha. All right.
NGW, that's what it was.
NG. Okay.
But it was a little show. I automatically was hated being from Philadelphia. Like I don't know what it was.
Yikes.
They heard Philadelphia and they're like, "Go back home." I'm like, gladly. Like,
Instant heel heat.
listen, I just thought I saw a chihuahua running across the street and it was a rat. I'm good. Like,
Ooh. Yikes. We just actually saved the dog last night, me and my son. We were leaving here late and going to the movies to go see the new Five Nights at Freddy film. And
yeah,
it
my
was
asked me about Five Nights at Freddy.
I enjoyed it actually.
They've played all the games. I try to avoid them because they scream and act like idiots during it.
That's my son. He does the same thing. But I enjoyed the film.
Soundproof their rooms sometimes.
I want to do the same thing, man. It's like, yo, calm down. Be quiet. Stop screaming.
Oh, and then they argue. Like I have to tell them, like it's a video game. You're supposed to be having fun. If you're getting annoyed, shut it off. Go for a walk. Come back. We just got a Boston Terrier. I surprised the husband with it. So I tell the kids like, get off the game. Go walk the dog. Like,
go walk the puppy.
Go walk our rat.
See, I can't walk my cat. He's not good at that.
I am trying so bad to get my rabbit on a leash. I will either walk her to the ring because like she's famous.
I've seen people walk rabbits actually.
I'm getting a coach for her. We're spoiled, and I have to be one of those extra women, and I'm going to be pushing her down on the stroller. So I keep telling people on Facebook, when you see me walking my rabbit, the coach, mind your business. Don't worry about us.
Somebody will be like, "Is that wrestler RAENA Black walking a rabbit?"
Listen, I've actually just started doing Usagi in wrestling because that's her name, and I've actually like photoshopped her into some of our matches, or I've photoshopped her into some very famous matches. Like I have her as a Sable, and she's got paw prints on her chest.
Oh, nice.
I have her laying across the bed like HBK with a title around her waist.
Everybody likes to replicate that pose, man.
But I had to because it's a rabbit. And all this month she's been in horror movies. And I started this month with They Live. So it was her and Roddy Piper with the glasses like this.
Right. Have you seen any good horror movies recently?
I just watched the Evil Dead Rise. And they've got it was cheesy. But I did love the nod to the original ones at the very end. Like it's been around long enough, so I'm not spoiling it. But the girl in the end, she ends up like all covered in blood. She picks up a chainsaw, and I'm like, yeah, she's Ash.
It was good.
Yes, I just watched the Meg 2, another stupid cheesy movie.
Oh, it wasn't good? Or it was okay.
It's definitely a Strahan movie. Like you know what you're getting into when you watch his movies.
I like the first one.
I liked the first one. That's why I watched the second one. I enjoyed the giant octopus.
Nice. I have to watch it, man. I gotta make time. It's hard to make time when you're
It
always
is
doing
like
stuff.
I'm a nurse on my free time, so watching movies is not a thing. I actually want to watch this weekend in between wrestling. Hopefully, I can do it. The Pet Cemetery Bloodlines,
Oh, that's on is it
Paramount
Peacock?
Plus.
Oh, Paramount. Okay.
I've always loved Pet Cemetery. Like that is one of my favorite movies. Like I'll even quote it just randomly.
Right.
And like I even liked the new one with what is that? John Lithgow, because he's one hell of an actor. And it was pretty
Right.
good. Now I gotta watch the Bloodlines because it actually talks about Judd Crandall and the whole beginning of how Pet Cemetery came to be.
Oh, I gotta watch it now. I mean, I saw it when I was flicking through Paramount. So
Yeah, I
now
saw it,
like,
and it's like it's one of those ones that I've been like, yeah, I gotta watch it. Gotta watch that one.
okay, all right. What else you got going on as far as wrestling that you can talk about in the near future?
Got some things coming up. Me and the hubby plan on doing some things. Like I said, we're waiting on Jason Knight just opened up a wrestling company. We're waiting on the dates from him. We'll be at his shows, and as soon as they're there, the one in November got postponed, so that'll be one that's coming up again
Okay, I saw
once I get the date, posting it up.
they just postponed Limitless up in Maine because of what was going on.
I've
That's
and then
terrible.
something like that just happened in New Jersey yesterday.
God.
On a base. I don't know if it was Army, Naval, like it's popped up on the Citizens app that there was like an active shooter alarm going off over there.
That's crazy. What we got to deal with nowadays, huh?
Listen, I live in Philly. That's a normal scenario here. Like people get shot left and right. Like it's a shame that you become desensitized to it.
That's terrible. My heart goes out to all the victims in the main
Same that
shootings.
I can't even imagine like losing people like that. Like we just had a bus driver yesterday. He went to work, normal shift, and then he got shot 6 times. Never got to go back home. And it's like, you can't even go to work nowadays without worrying about what's going to happen. Because, granted, like, if people weren't so easily accessible to guns, you'd be able to stop somebody that's like knife wielding. Plenty of people, if in one scenario, you could stop somebody.
Right.
But bullets are going to put you down,
Put you down
especially if
quick.
they're assault rifles.
Yeah, quickly too.
Mm-hmm.
All right, let's jump out of this and
Yes.
go into some goals for next year that you may have set for yourself for 2024.
Some goals. Definitely maybe get on something TV again because like gotta get that show. Gotta get up there in the limelight just once. Even if it's to get me murdered. I don't care. But I pretty much want to do Raina and Eric Black versus the world. Anywhere, anytime. We have a few business ideas up in the air right now that we're working on. I don't like to speak of it just yet in case it doesn't fall through, but we do have some things planned. Like I said, the marriage, that's going to be a very wrestling-esque wedding. That's going to be entertaining. Probably have a couple matches during the
during the event, during the wedding,
during the what is that, the reception afterwards, because I just know what's going to end up happening.
Now, do you guys have a bunch of your wrestling friends coming down with you?
Oh yes. Our what would it be? Officiant. English is hard for me this week. He's a professional wrestler. A couple of my bridesmaids are. There's a few coming to the show. Like it's gonna be entertaining. Not the show. The wedding. So it's gonna be entertaining.
Interesting. All right, let us know how it goes.
Yes, maybe I'll live footage it so they can see the matches there. But
yeah, that would be cool.
We plan on like going out of state, get to see other companies. Like I said, I hope this Kentucky license gets us some visuals. That would be nice.
Sure. That's awesome. Raina, thank you for being on the podcast. Tell everybody where they could follow you.
I'm Raina Black on everything except for Twitter. That's Raina Black 215.
Okay. Raina Black 215.
Yeah, follow me. I
Follow.
socialize. I post some crazy shit.
All right. As for me, up now is my current blog interaction on my YouTube channel, where I am talking to Valentina Vasquez, who just lost the VPW Women's Championship, and she does not look happy, Raina.
She does not.
No, not
I
at
should have
all.
been the one to take it from her.
You should have been. But she's very pissed
Who's the
off.
new champ now?
Unwilting Tatiana.
I'll be looking for Unwilting Tatiana.
Look out. I think she's over by you.
I've seen her. She's actually a really good wrestler. I wouldn't mind stomping the enthusiasm out of her.
I believe she comes from Philly, yeah. Also coming up soon is my other vlog interaction that I filmed not too long ago. Queen's coming from New Evolution. I'm hanging out with Bobby C and Chris Angels, who is of Samoan heritage.
Ooh.
Stay tuned for that. And then, of course, we got Mount Olympus coming up.
Come see me in the hubby.
That's my t-shirt. Mount Olympus coming up on November 4th. Make sure you go to Titan to get your tickets for this event. Go see Raina Black. Come stop.
Yes, and Eric, because he'll be wrestling.
Eric.
I'll just be there looking cute, maybe making sure he wins.
Maybe get involved, maybe.
Well, if I say I will be helping him win, then that's when premeditated gets thrown around. So
gotcha.
It's just, I might not. I'll be there though.
Also in Mount Olympus will be the 3 podcasts of Respect the Craft, Beyond the Barricade, and Around the Ropes. Come say hi to all of us. And then after that, I have the big event right here in New York, Raina, with Brittany Brooks hanging out with me, as well as just announced recently the one and only Anastasia Morningstar.
Oh, I've wrestled her. She's a tough broad.
She's tough, Anastasia. And La Ola Nahirolis is joining us as well.
Yes, VPW is actually a company that I've been in contact with. We're talking about some shows.
That is my home promotion. And after big event, go down to Bayshore for Victory Pro Wrestling Presents Insanity, as also Sid Bodie from Impact is joining us. Go to victoryprowrestling.com to get your tickets. I see Tatiana down there in the corner.
Yes.
She's ready to face whoever challenges her that night.
Listen, maybe I'll show up.
Maybe
if she's ready for anybody that shows up.
It's going to be a big day up here in New York, and then Brittany will also be in action, as I am sponsoring her for Insanity as well as Nahir. She will be in action coming up from Puerto Rico.
Ooh, bienvenido.
Bienvenido. That's right. And after that, I have Wrestling Is Now, December 2nd. New York wins. It is PJ Savage versus Hamlet Hertzu. You're not going to want to miss that event. Go to Wrestling Is Now to get your tickets for this show up here in Queens, New York. How you doing?
I got to get up to New York again. It's been a long time.
You have to come back to New York.
I do. I have to go to paint the town black.
Also a big event announced. Mommy herself, Rhea Ripley. She's going to be there. A big event. Look at that. It's a big deal.
I should punch her in the face too. Somebody get that.
Coming up for me as well is the one and only Bobby Buffet from Monster Factory. He's coming to hang out with me pretty soon. Don't want to miss that. Raina, thank you very much.
Thank you for having me as always. I appreciate it.
I appreciate you coming back, and